So many people are practicing yoga today, and that is amazing. However, I feel like there are a few missing ingredients in the modern yoga space that, when they're understood, at least when I started to study this and understand this, it transformed my practice, and in so doing, in the transformation of my practice, my life was transformed. And this is just my experience from the past 12 years of practicing every day and also 11 years of teaching yoga. And so I want to share in this video some of those key ideas and those concepts, with the hope that if you're watching this video, that you will be able to integrate some of these ideas and these concepts into your personal life and practice, and therefore get the most out of your journey with yoga. I'll start by just sharing that the way that I teach and the style of yoga that I teach is a modern interpretation of traditional Hatha Yoga. And when we're speaking about traditional Hatha Yoga, we cannot divorce that from the teachings of Tantra. So this is a modern interpretation of Tantrik Hatha Yoga. If you stick around on this channel, then I can explain more. But in this video, I really want to share just briefly the way that I think we can orient to something like a spiritual practice in general is first understand where are we trying to go. What is the purpose of these practices? What are the purposes of these practices? And that understanding of what we're trying to do helps us discover if what we're doing is actually working, right? And I think that's really important, to have that inquiry and have that willingness to say, hey, is this actually doing the job? Like, if I'm practicing yoga, is my goal really just to become more flexible? Or is there a bigger objective? Is there a greater aim than that? And I think that that's probably the most important thing to start with, and also continue to come back to, because if I lose sight of the bigger or the more um, supreme objective, like the true goal that we're aiming for, which is liberation, right? Freedom from the suffering of our mind, freedom from any of the things that we are creating that are causing us to have a experience in life that's less than enjoyable. If we lose sight of that goal, then all of the other things that we do are kind of just like band-aids, and we can forget that, and then we continue to find new band-aids and put them on our old wounds, and then experience dissatisfaction, as if the things that we're doing aren't working, but we're just not asking a deeper question. So that's the first thing, is just like, hey, is what I'm doing working? And from that question emerges a couple more questions and ideas that I'll share here. Because if we are sincere in our inquiry about this, right, is what I'm doing working, then there is a new set of curiosities that are like, well, if what I'm doing isn't working, then what will work, right? And what am I trying to do? You see what I mean? Like, what is the purpose of the asana? What is the purpose of doing the postures? Or what are the purposes? What is the reason for the pranayama and the kriya and different mantras? What are the reasons that we have all of these things? And how do they fit in my sadhana, right? My spiritual practice, what I do for my own development and growth. And looking at each of these pieces and seeing how they fit together to address the whole human being, yeah? Not just the physical aspect, not just the tight hamstrings, or like, oh, I have a difficult time with that posture, and I want to learn how to do that posture better, or whatever it is, right? Or I have a difficult time concentrating. It's like, we are a totality of all of those different layers and all of those different experiences, and that is what has led me to the creation of Bhuta Yoga. So this channel is dedicated to the exploration of these things, and Bhuta means element, and we correspond the elements to the different layers of our experience. Right? We have to understand that there are levels of our experience as a human being. Levels being levels of perception, levels of subtlety, and for example, we're a physical body, we're an emotional body, we're a mental body, we're an energetic body. We have these things, and that all of those things come together to create the experience of being a human being. So all that is to be said, I think that what I want to leave you with is simply the inquiry is what I'm doing working, and are the practices I'm doing, are they addressing the things that I need them to address? And do I have the knowledge and the understanding of this great tradition, this spiritual technology of yoga, that through this understanding and through the knowledge that's been passed down, can I use that to apply myself in an integrated and a holistic way to really do my work, to really evolve, to awaken, and ultimately to heal and transform myself, all my relationships, and ultimately my relationship between myself and the cosmos and life. At the end of the day, this is all about coming into a more real and authentic relationship with the natural world, with what actually is. Yeah? Not what we're projecting, but what actually is. And that process of entering into a real, authentic relationship between ourself and everything is the process of freedom, it's the process of joy, of ease, and ultimately peace. So take it or leave it. This is just what I wanted to share with you this morning. And got my two kitties here cuddling. This is Raja and this is Runa. And I hope you have a really great day. Stick around for more videos on traditional Hatha Yoga. I'll see you all soon. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna get up and go. Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm coming.